To my channel. My name is Gemma Haley. It's good to have you here. So in this one I'm going to talk to you about domestic violence, the correspondence from domestic violence within the home to the ongoing effects of domestic violence within a care home. So I'm just going to break some things down and differentiate it for you so you can get an understanding as to why you probably shouldn't be putting the kids in care, right? For a start. So, you would take a child in between the 2013 to 2015 on a granted adoption service to adopt children. These women were getting £5,000 to take children, put them in care as babies, and then pass them over to the adopted parents. This would have been pre-planned, and this does still take place now. They still get the 5,000. Yes, they do. It says they don't. They've changed it. So they was very quiet about it. I don't know if they've actually changed it in the law. They was very quiet about it, and they've said that they don't give them anymore, but only in certain circumstances, when it has something to do with meeting certain needs, welcoming in people. You get a bonus for welcome package for going on like trainings and stuff like that, but you also get like £1,000 to put that child in care. So if you're on the child protection, a lot of women will find the bonuses, which is all of them, right? Because we're all on child protection, we're all doing the removals of children. So these women will be getting them salaries at £1,000, but it's not a structured amount. They get bonuses, okay? So the reason why they don't tell you is because it's corrupt, and the reason why they do it is because they want people to do the job. So not a lot of people will do the job basically, so they need people to do the job by giving them bonuses. So they say they don't have a tariff, but I'm pretty sure they do, because the amount of children that have been put in care every year has been the same on every stat you can find, unless you actually do your own math, okay? So usually these children, okay, are taken into care and they're given money for it, because the senior social workers are the ones that sit in court cases and stuff like this, so they will receive a benefit for placing children in care. This needs to stop. Okay, so the 2013 to 2015 adoption rate where you get £5,000, that is still happening too under senior management and under seniorships, under the relation of this, but they're hiding it, okay? So this is an aspect of understanding financial abuse, one of the most domestic violent propositions to go through with somebody who you have child with, who is refusing to help if you need it. So this is why, okay, these people have put £1,000 on these children's heads, okay? And this is why it's so sad, because a lot of the times these children don't need to be in care. The amount of children that's gone in care this year is staggering, and it's not because of like financial issues, because we've been given larder vouchers, so it's not, is it, right? So they've got food, they've got those things still. So you must understand that there's a correlation now between being a little bit skint, which that's probably what they are, unless they've got debts, right? So that's a different story. Should be helping them, shouldn't they, with that? So you should be providing resource, not taking the children just because they ain't got fine. And it's in the law now. If you're not receiving a certain amount of money, you can have your children removed financially. And the reason why is to block people from having children, okay? But the reality is that's not the problem, is it? The problem is taking the children and not giving them back. So anyway, under the domestic violence, understand that this is financially abusive to dish out £1,000 and £5,000, right? They're already on, social workers are already on 28 to 34, and they're just investigators. The ones are on 36 to 45, they're the ones that are getting the money. These are the council. This is the ones that link in with council and go into the court proceedings. These are on 36 to £45,000 a year. They are receiving special benefits for putting children in care, and they are. So Google's saying it doesn't, and the UK government says it doesn't, but it does. Okay, so the highest you can earn out of London is 55,000 to be a social worker, and these are the heads. Okay, so these are the seniors. These are the ones that are basically telling you lot to take the kids and helping you lot get money so you can get bonuses to take the kids. That's sad, isn't it? Right, so I'm a criminologist as well, so yeah. So it's sad, isn't it? Yeah. Right, 34. So you've got people working in this position, receiving money to take your children. That's a form of financial abuse, straight up. That man ain't giving you any money for that child. That's financial abuse, and that's what they'd say in a courtroom. So it's financial abuse to give you £1,000, even if you do it discreetly. Even if you only got 50, even the fact that you clocked in to take that child unlawfully. You say you don't work on tariffs, but unfortunately I'm here to say that I do believe that you do. Same issue, Kafkas. Kafkas receive £44,000 to £48,000 a year, and that's not in London, that's outside London. So these people are child court officers. They say that they also don't get bonuses, but what do they get? They get petrol, money paid for them, they get the petrol expenses paid for them, they get dinners paid for them, they get to go basically wherever they want, right? Okay, and they get to pay it back, so the food and their petrol, and that goes with your social workers as well. So they are receiving benefits. They are receiving benefits on top of the money that they already are receiving. That's Kafkas. And they say and claim that they don't do tariffs, but they do. They do tariffs, because we've seen them in the window. So we have to understand that the social workers and the Kafkas officers aren't really being honest as well about the documents. Okay, so if they've got solicitors on your case, they're going to tamper with it. Okay, so usually solicitors are dodgy like that. They'll tamper with evidence. That's perjury. It's a court of justice. They should get in trouble for it. The judges should actually be taking the social workers out, but they're not. Why? So the documents being tampered with through Kafka Social Services. So that's already, you've got two people against you. So if you've got a mum and a dad, all you have to do is bring a social worker and a Kafkas officer in, and that's it, right? So in my understanding, there was loads, right? They mauled me, right? This is how unpatriotic our justice system is, and everyone that resides within it to remove children unlawfully do this. Okay, they refuse you a solicitor and then make you get one when they're there, and the opposition make you sit with a solicitor that they have chosen. Okay, that's gross misconduct. That's right. So they're tampering with document that they're making us complicit to all the other solicitors. So they all had the plan already, and then they'll get another solicitor in to pretend that they're helping you, but it won't work, right? And there's a reason, and it's because it was set up. Okay, so a lot of the times it's a show because it was set up. They already know the answer. Okay, they've already been told to do it. They're not even judges, they're just people who are talking off her script, off the social worker's script. Okay, it's just sad, very sad, because they get paid like £90,000 a year, £125,000, £125,000 a year, just to sit in a judge position and not do anything and just read off a script. That's a waste of money. It's a waste of taxpayers' money. It is, all of this is a waste of money, but this is why. Because when you have judges that aren't complicit with the law, they're breaking the law as well. So then it's perjury. So then everybody's committing it within the room. And it was for a desired outcome that was already predetermined by ombudsmen. Okay, so that is, if we go back to domestic violence, if you have like, I don't know, a bunch of people assaulting you in your house, and you let them in, or they're doing it in front of the kids, the social services are going to pick it up, aren't they? If they've got all these blokes around your house, if you've got all these blokes around your house, the social workers are going to pick it up, aren't they? If you've got all the dad's mates around the house all the time, they're cooking on the floor, they're going to say, well, why is this happening? So why are you allowed to do that in a courtroom, right, and bully me just before and then out, when there's like 5 of you just against one woman, me, right? So in an understanding, let's go back, because that's what you've done. You've bullied me in a room, and then you came out and then you took me out by some Israelites, Onegs, right? They all took me out, right? So why is that happening? Okay, that's a form of abuse. I'm not even like an aggressive woman. They took my children for no reason, right? They took my children for no, like, they could have provided a resource, could have done something, couldn't they? They didn't. They just said I was a psycho, right? And this is why I'm a criminologist. I've studied this. I'm aware of what they was doing, because they were trying to bully me, okay? So I'm a nice person, and it happens to nice people. So you learn to sort of be quiet because people are horrible to you, and you just become a quiet person for it. And maybe you're confused, but there needs to be some establishment taking place a bit higher than you, that doesn't evolve around any religion or paedophiles running it. That's the problem. So you've got documents that have been tampered with as well, and it even goes all the way to mental institutions, where the judges have taken the mental institutions to court. The judges have taken these people to court proceedings, like Nottinghamshire. They went bankrupt because they took them to court as well, and then Nottinghamshire went bankrupt literally straight away when they did that. It went bankrupt. And then the same happened in Lincoln with the mental institutions. So what a coincidence, sir, that you wanted to hide my documents.